we're dating.
It's been a minute for us, right?
How do you respond? Do you call or do you text?
Well, now a simple text message. A simple text message from a man following a first date has some people talking this morning, mainly because of what the girl posted on TikTok. So, welcome into our guest this morning, UAB psychologist, Dr. Josh Klapow, Tony Kurre. So, just to let you know, if you haven't heard about this, the text, she said that he sent her a text after the first date, hey, I had fun last night. Have a good day.
Oh my God.
She wrote back, me too. Hope your day's going all right. So she texted back, but then she puts it out there, and obviously it goes viral.
So what's
Because on TikTok
what's the
she
problem?
And
said,
I'm thinking to myself, first of all, whatever happened, don't kiss, don't tell.
What's the problem?
She had a good time with this guy. She wants to go out with him again. Do you think this is the way to get the second date? I don't.
but I don't think folks who don't know about it, they don't know what she said on TikTok about it.
Well, she
talked about,
threw
could
out-
it be an
well,
age thing?
Well, obviously she said
can't
this
read
is
it.
this is the problem with dating 30-year-olds, because she's in her 20s and he's in his 30s. The issue problem is this: if she posted it, she obviously has some type of issue with it, right?
Well,
She didn't
supposedly.
post, I had a
wants
wonderful time
attention.
last night. Look at this nice little note. She was taking a stab. She was being incredibly snarky.
Yeah.
And obviously she knows, she's on social media. She's got thousands of followers. No, I'm like, it's hard enough to find someone you want to go out with, and all of a sudden she goes on. The guy's being a gentleman.
Okay.
He's being
Let me
nice,
take
you know?
this back.
Yeah.
Okay. Before there was texting. Back in the day, if you left a note or something like that, I think a woman would have
Oh my
rather
gosh.
appreciate that.
We've loved it.
Right?
So there's two pieces. One, as one of your co-hosts has said, age differences, trends on TikTok.
So it's a way to get attention.
Because if you think about it, the text itself, the text issue, there's not much there. But then she went on to talk about the age difference, hashtag age differences, and the age differences in, I don't know,
8 years.
8 years,
Okay.
okay? So what's real interesting is if she in fact did like the guy, and she puts this out there to sort of boost her social media.
Get attention.
She's done two things. One, she's blown it with the person. Two, the thing that, like as Tony said, this odd is she's saying, I liked him. I liked him. Well, you just absolutely trashed.
So people are basically dating for content now.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yes, yes. When you look at this, and I was telling them, I ran. My kids are in their 20s, and I point blank, what do you think? And they're like, this is a non-starter. Well, it went viral. Then both of them said the same thing. It's like it was done for attention. And one of the things that I think is really interesting relationship-wise with text and putting stuff out there is it's almost like our brains now can't figure out what's most important, right? I had a good time. His text wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I don't exactly know what to do with that. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to social media. And now it takes on this life of its own.
Well, that's the beautiful thing behind texting too, is because I'm all about, you don't text the first time, you always make the phone call, right? You don't text, do you want to go out? You make the phone call. I'm in the process of doing that myself, as a matter of fact. So you do that.
Breaking
and
news.
I hope she's watching this morning, and I hope she calls me back, because I left you a message last night.
I hope we can
Twice,
help.
by the way.
And she didn't call back.
So she didn't call
Brendan,
back
can you
yet.
get
That's another segment. Another segment.
Brendan, can you get a first alert?
Yeah, so normally before we had texting, you go out with a woman and then you'd play the game. All right, do I wait a day? Do I wait 2 days? Do I wait
That's
3
right.
days to
That's
play
right.
the game, right? Well, now you don't even have to call. Now you could text on the way home.
Well, if you wait too long,
I had a great
it's-
time last night. I had a great
And
time.
if
on
you
the way
wait
home.
too long, you're ghosting. But I got a question, because
Exactly.
it brings up another issue. It's the tone of texting in general. I think that's the thing I'm afraid of. Sometimes you text something and people miss the tone.
Text has no tone.
It
Right.
is the number one communication problem in relationships, dating, business, any sort of business communication, because not only does it not have tone, and there are things you can do to add tone. You put certain emojis.
Yes.
You can.
I
use
probably
certain-
go out of my way to
you
make
can
sure
put
my
certain
tone's okay.
qualifying words, that kind of thing. But the opportunity for miscommunication is so high that, and it happens all the
Right.
time, even between couples.
But there
Even
was
with
no,
emails. I've reread an email and said, oh, that didn't sound like I wanted it to sound.
but there was no miscommunication in this last night. And someone actually thought it was kind of funny. They said, I bet you thought all night what to text this woman. And he came up with that.
Was he?
And he probably did, because
Yeah.
he probably wrote it and didn't want to come across too strong.
Right.
He was texting her the next day. He had a good time, felt like she had a good time. And then the fact that she responded to him, she's in the same boat. He could post that and say, what do you think about this girl I went with last night?
If he does too much, she's probably thinking, he's too
They're
desperate.
perfect for each other.
Yeah.
She wanted some kind of emoji or something. Lyndon was reading more of it to me. And
Absolutely.
She
because
wanted
that would've
something else
that
with
would've
it.
softened So word is, do not text. If there's any sort of consequences emotionally, do not text. Don't do it. Don't do it because something like this could happen.
And,
Well, you know what?
and don't post it. There are 50 ways to leave your lover.
That's the final.
Dr. Josh
She
Klapow,
saved him a lot
Tony
of
Kurre.
time. She saved him a lot of
Thank
time.
you.
I'm glad she did it. She saved him a lot of time.
Now call him.
Yeah.